LeBron grew up in the projects that was at the bottom of the hill. It's like if someone's from Akron asks you where you're from, you say the bottom.
The bottom, yeah. The bottom is, is where I grew up in. Like
yeah,
you
it's
said.
literally and figuratively.
Right, it's literally and figuratively the bottom.
LeBron's mother was just 16 when he was born. They struggled to make ends meet and to keep a roof over their heads.
Down in projects, in those hard times, you see everything from crackheads, to drug dealers, to gunshots every night, to police sirens.
He found a bond with his teammates that would endure through their entire lives.
I got 3 best friends, Drew, Willie, and Shion. And high school you can't come back to.
And the enormous pressure of being, in Sports Illustrated's words, the chosen.
Superstardom, the selling out. They had to move his high school games to college and arenas. He's selling out. He was, at that time, he was selling more tickets than the Cavs. He was in high school. His high school game against Warrensville Heights, there were 20,000 people there.
His name is LeBron James of Akron, St. Vincent, St. Mary's.
Unbelievable pressure put on the shoulders of a kid. But LeBron's shoulders were built different.
Can you imagine all the pressure there was on LeBron at 18 years old? He was supposed to be the next Michael Jordan.
And he's still overachieved. LeBron is better than anyone ever thought, which is amazing.
Once he got to St. Vincent St. Mary High School, LeBron evolved into not just an all-star player, but a team leader as well.
Playing with a ferocity beyond his years. He leads his high school team to a run of dominance. Playing in the state title game every season and winning 3 out of 4.
Undefeated, nationally ranked, and in the Division III State Final Four. A key reason is the outstanding efforts of 6'5" freshman LeBron James.
As LeBron's basketball skills grew, so did he.
James recently showed why basketball pundits are dubbing him a can't-miss prospect.
They want to see how good someone can be at such a young age.
With 1 state title already to his credit, James's resolute pursuit of excellence could very easily lead to 4 state championships.
And that leadership continues off the court as well, where LeBron carries a 3.5 grade point average.
He may only be a sophomore in high school, but LeBron James is already one of the most highly touted basketball players in the country.
The hype surrounding LeBron was unprecedented.
Attracted nationwide attention for his dominating performance in mid-July at the ABCD camp in New Jersey.
At 6'6", he runs the point with cat-like quickness and patrols the paint with strength and agility.
They say I'm the best player in the country, and I wanted to keep it that way for the next 2 years.
Last season, he won a 2nd state championship and was the first sophomore named to USA Today's All-America team.
Everywhere you turn, you're the man. You're the #1 sophomore in the nation.
Fans flocked to witness the rise of the next basketball icon.
LeBron James, the Ohio high school basketball sensation, who everyone can see tonight on ESPN2.
Not even Kobe Bryant had seen a media frenzy like this.
A young man called LeBron attempts to earn that same distinction. How good is LeBron James?
Well, simply put, Dan, LeBron James is the best high school basketball player I have ever seen because he is just as skilled as Kobe Bryant was, but he is more physically imposing. At 6'7", 235 pounds, he is a man right now.
By Brandon Weems.
The elevation, the windmill, the creativity.
At halftime, James had scored 31 of his team's 41 points.
He's also a brilliant passer, a guy that can play with other people, find teammates, and create shots for others.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? How many college guys or NBA guys can make that pass? Here comes James leading the Irish out. But there's another no-look feed.
There's what we're talking about, instincts, feel for the game. I mean, that is just so special, Bill.
A cultural phenomenon.
He knew he had that one, too.
Then it's just bumping time.
Off of him and make that shot.
I'll tell you right now, my friends, he's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And I was so amazed that he was even better than what I expected.
My father had a phrase, too much, too soon.
And that doesn't just apply to LeBron James. It applies to all these kids now. Culturally, I don't know how any kid can be ready for this.
Is set to become the next sports superstar. LeBron James's basketball talent is a national sports obsession. His team's games are covered on ESPN, and he's expected to be the #1 NBA draft choice this year.
People have called LeBron James the next Michael Jordan.
Best high school player on the planet and the probable #1 pick. In this coming summer's NBA draft, LeBron James brings his act to the West Coast as St. Vincent St. Mary of Akron, Ohio, ranked 9th in the country and unbeaten on the season, takes on a powerhouse from Santa Ana, California, #4.
He finds himself on the biggest of stages with a huge crowd here. Basketball eyes from the history of Southern California basketball here to see just how good this guy is.
Here's James. Look at the pass!
He's got a maturity level that most kids his age just don't have, and he will be, without a doubt, the first pick in the draft.
Led his high school to the state championship as a freshman, sophomore, got beat as a junior.
Dominant on both ends of the court.
As LeBron James and St. Vincent St. Mary of Akron, Ohio remain undefeated. They pick up their 3rd win over a top 10 team already this season and have upped their record to 8-0.
He's been on every magazine cover. ESPN the magazine, Slam, Sports Illustrated. LeBron James by night kicked this phenomenon thing to a whole nother level.
When you're a junior in high school and then they put you on the cover of Sports Illustrated as the chosen one, and yet you're actually better than anyone would have anticipated, he has exceeded the hype, which is rare.
By the time LeBron James was a high school sophomore, he was already on the national radar.
The top-ranked team in the country, gentlemen.
Here we go, the high school national championship on the line.
And the Fighting Irish give it right back. Ariza loses the handle. James, oh! More showtime. LeBron James soaring through the air as he jams it home. Oh! Did you see the entire building stand up at one time? Back-to-back jams by LeBron James. And this place is speechless right now.
Check out his mom. By far, the best high school player with height that I've seen TV or in person.
He's the best player I've ever been around, which includes 3 guys that have played in the league.
James finished with 52 points, breaking his own school record.
LeBron James and Akron St. Vincent St. Mary's have won their 3rd championships, and he is really playing to the crowd here at Value City Arena. 40-36 is your final Division II
#1 team in the United States.
By the time he graduated, the 18-year-old from Akron was a 3-time Mr. Basketball in his home state of Ohio.
Were it not for a desperation, what the heck, there's no time left three-pointer tonight by the Westchester basketball team. LeBron James would have outscored them 52-49. As it was, he tied them.
I told my teammates today that I was feeling it. Before I even got on the court, I felt like tonight was the night.
In June, he will be the #1 pick of the NBA draft.
He won the dunk contest.
That's going to take a long run-up. That was the first one?
And dominated the McDonald's All-American game.
LeBron, Ron, or even King James. Whatever you call the McDonald Boys Player of the Year, call him a winner. You've seen him dominate so many times. Can he dominate against players this good?
Well, I think he can because he's so skilled and he's so physically advanced at this stage of his development.
Chris Paul to LeBron James. That didn't take very long. You came in here to watch the game. Would you walk out saying he was clearly the best player on the floor tonight?
Oh, without question.
I think he is, without being disrespectful to the other players, he's a man among boys.
Now, a lot of these other high school players that have gone from high school to the NBA have taken a couple of seasons to get adjusted, even Kobe Bryant. Are you ready to contribute right away in the NBA?
I think so.
You know that Adidas and Nike are apparently at war over this kid already?
He was offered more than any rookie in history from Reebok.
The whole story about LeBron and the $10 million check that he turned down, yes. I was there. It was my idea to give him the check.
When he slid it down there and he said, listen, if you take this right now, you know, you just promised me you won't go talk to Nike or Adidas, you know, you can take this right now. And I was...
You were going to homeroom the next morning?
I was going to homeroom the next morning, so I'm like, holy shit.
A kid with a single mom. I couldn't believe it. Living in an apartment. Yeah. And you got a $10 million check. So that's right, bro.
LeBron chose Nike.
It still stands as the richest endorsement contract that's ever been given to any athlete in any sport coming out of high school.
Before the draft, a lottery was held to determine who would get the top pick.
A representative from each team was present, as were members of the national media, all there to observe the process.
The big winner of the NBA draft lottery, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
When the Cleveland Cavaliers were awarded the first selection of the 2003 NBA draft, Cavs fans could not believe their good fortune.
The world's most famous arena is Madison Square Garden, hosting the 2003 class for the NBA draft. Fans of the NBA want a front row seat.
With the first pick in the 2003 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select LeBron James.
LeBron had his work cut out for him, as the Cavaliers were a perennial laughing stock.
Gave birth to LeBron when she was 16, on their own at 19, living on assistance, food stamps, and here they are.
He was drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers straight out of high school in 2003.
Even LeBron's teammates didn't think he could make an impact straight out of high school.
We have better players than him in his position already on our team, bro. His potential is probably... the sky's the limit.
I don't think you can really just bring a high school player in and really just think your team gonna really turn around like that.
LeBron's image adorned billboards and magazine covers.
He says just LeBron's presence means big dollars.
So much more than NBA wins and losses. It means dollars and cents. Not the dollars and cents we're paying him, the dollars and cents that follow him.
The hype was reaching a fever pitch.
When you make $95 million on the side before you go to your real job, that's large.
LeBron. Enough is enough, please. Finally, we not only turn off the hype machine, but we throw it out the window. Time to see what all the fuss is about. Cavs and Kings, NBA regular season debut for LeBron James.
After all the buildup, the time had finally come.
He couldn't even stretch. He had so many cameramen around him.
So will LeBron James win Rookie of the Year?
And the answer is?
What, 90-some%?
No.
From St. Vincent, St. Mary High School. Number 23, the 6'7", LeBron James.
The thing that impressed me more than anything else was his poise. You would have never in a million years guessed that this was an 18-year-old kid playing against legit NBA competition for the first time.
Here is the man of the hour in probably the most anticipated debut of any first-year athlete in any sport. LeBron James will put it on the floor.
Most didn't think James would be impactful in his rookie season.
LeBron James on the run. This is his best part of his game. And there's his first assist, and it's a beauty.
He's playing with guys that are superior talents. These guys are not going to back off. These are grown men.
LeBron James' first shot is good.
They're going to go out there and they're going to really try to assert themselves and let LeBron James know that he's not even 20 years old yet.
Oh, way off balance over a 7-footer, and he knocked it down. James is 3 for 3.
LeBron James making his much-awaited NBA debut. Jerry, boy, you talk about pressure.
Here he comes the other way. There's your first James jam of his career.
Whoa. Just before the start of this game and tip-off, he told me that this is what he has been dreaming of since he was in the 5th grade, and it was everything and more. He also said this is much different than any high school or preseason game he's been to. He said even in a preseason, he hasn't been to a place where this many people are against him.
In his debut, LeBron already had an eye toward marketing.
They broke them out tonight. The brand new Nike shoes. They're the Air Zoom generation of LeBron James.
The foundation of the billion-dollar empire LeBron would one day run was being laid.
I tell you what, Brad, he's much better than I thought he was going to be, and I'm going to tell all the NBA players right now, he's much better than you think he is.
It took just one game for most of the skeptics to come around.
He's better than I thought.
Well, I came into this game kind of with the mindset of Yogi Berra. I'll believe it when I believe it. I believe it.
Scouts have missed on a lot of guys. Scouts have said a lot of guys can do this when they get to the pros. I want to see it. You don't get extra credit for coming out of high school. I want to see it against the pros. He did it in, I know it's only one game.
Wait, I'm going to go the other way.
In Sacramento.
Okay. It was soon obvious that the rookie out of high school indeed belongs in the NBA.
LeBron was unlike any high schooler turned pro to come before.
Jumper, no, rebound, James, extending.
He was one of one.
James to the rim, the dunk. That'll do it. 1.9, and the Cavaliers come from behind with a gritty effort to knock off the nets.
What a dazzling, almost superhuman effort from LeBron James with a career-high 41 down the stretch in absolutely brilliant fashion.
This was a big stage, and he came up large on a big stage.
As the 2003-2004 NBA season played out, we all witnessed that King James was in fact so talented he would manage to exceed even the most outrageous of expectations.
This is the pros. He has the weight of a franchise on his shoulders this year to turn them around and to draw the fans.
You can't double team him because he makes the right pass every time on target.
And our Noble put that down, and one more coming. LeBron James off hesitation. LeBron James acrobatically delivering at the window.
The great thing about LeBron, he brings it every single night for 20 years.
Right.
LeBron James, he just brought that Magic Johnson-esque hook shot out running through the paint to the Cavaliers, ending the 34-game road losing woe.
His knowledge, ability to grasp the game, he really understands. You tell him something once and he's got it. Other than that, I had seen his athleticism and that kind of thing, but he's very smart about the game.
Four-court throwaway. Ricky Davis picks it off. And there, the young fella gave the crowd what they came to
Poised, looks like a man. They look to him. He's their leader immediately. Brilliant passer, under control, smooth, tough. Oh, I was just overwhelmed, really.
This is Earl Watson, not able to triple. LeBron James on a push-out.
Something's going to happen.
James all the way to the hole and finger roll.
Well, I knew he was the real thing when he came in. It's a difference in being great and learning the NBA game. It was just a matter of time to
way up in the rafters
when he was going to pick up.
And if you think you've opened all your gifts, we have 3 more.
As a rookie, Bron had the attention of the league's stars.
The lob.
Resulting in some spectacular duels with the best of the best.
Give it to McGrady. Oh, my. Right now, LeBron James, there's McGrady guarding him. Tracy McGrady just turns back and smiles.
So how many is that?
41. An amazing game on Christmas Day.
By all accounts, I mean, LeBron lived up to the hype his rookie season.
This guy, the king of the NBA in such a short amount of time.
I say about LeBron, I say this all the time. It's like, I'm 3 years in the league, and when this boy walked in that gym, he was way more mature than me. Way more mature than me.
How so?
LeBron James with steal.
He carried himself like a professional coming straight out of high school.
Exclamation point. That's that jackhammer throwdown.
But is the 18-year-old from Akron truly the savior?
And James
gets the crowd.
LeBron's spectacular rookie season put him in some very select company as he joined Oscar Robertson and Michael Jordan as the only first-year players in league history to average more than 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists per game.
James, you gotta see it to believe it.
And he's between both of them.
Yes.
So he's got a little Jordan and a lot of me.
Ever since I got in the NBA, me saying that can he exceed the expectations that everyone has on him as an 18-year-old kid? Can he save the franchise? Is he better than these players?
We've been told we're witnesses. He's been called the chosen one.
LeBron James was named Rookie of the Year, the youngest recipient in league history.
And superstardom quickly followed.
King James was crowned the NBA's Rookie of the Year, besting Carmelo Anthony in the balloting and also outpacing another sensation in South Beach, the Miami Heat's Dwayne Wade.
The King James.
By the end of his rookie campaign, LeBron James was the 4th highest endorsed athlete in the world.
All the world's eyes are on 18-year-old phenom LeBron James. Can he live up to the hype?
McDonald's, Nike, and Coca-Cola had all backed up the Brinks trucks.
LeBron James, Rookie of the Year last year. LeBron James. Flares into the corner.
You're a guy that the NBA basically has placed the mantle on your shoulders and essentially said, carry this league into the next era.
LeBron James is in transition right now to make the play. James on the drive with a jam.
He averaged 27, 7, and 7 as a 20-year-old in year 2.
And the gun is alive because of King James.
Because them Cleveland teams, he had to bring it.
Yeah.
He put them on his back. That's hard.
He's being called the next MJ. He's being called a generational talent. I can't imagine those vets having a level of like, oh, come on, man, we'll take you under. No, dude, he had to battle through that.
He was taking over games.
LeBron James raising high and bringing it down hard for the Cavaliers.
This young kid gets picked up on the team. He's on the cover of this magazine, cover of that magazine.
He had the crowds eating out of the palm of his hand.
Reigning NBA MVP Kevin Garnett gives LeBron James the nickname The Gift. We're going to give LeBron another nickname, The Youngest Two. The youngest to ever be drafted #1 overall. The youngest to ever score 30 points in a game. The youngest to ever score 40 points in a game. The youngest to ever have a triple-double.
After suffering a nose injury, LeBron donned the mask.
Second in the league in steals. I mean, he has done just about everything this year.
LeBron James is on fire. A scintillating effort. The magnificent one.
Yes, and the foul.
In his second year, LeBron became one of the top scorers in the league.
LeBron James, Patterson falls down, so
LeBron James is showing you what we're going to see for the next 10 to 15 years.
Over 18,000 anticipated here at Phillips Arena tonight. And, of course, the big reason why is LeBron James. He's just 2 days away from his 20th birthday. And at this tender age, Grant is an incredible talent on his way to being an all-pro this
Given
season.
the green light by his coach to score at will, Bron started putting up all-world numbers.
With the right hand throw down. Boy, LeBron James is on his way to a huge night tonight. It's our Dodge drive of the game.
You know, we're accustomed to Jordan and Kobe. Those guys are 6'6", around 215. So this man brings a new element to the game.
There's nobody at that height and size that can move that fast and also go through contact.
LeBron James is filling up the stat sheet. He's got 22.
We've never seen it.
Right.
And still make his teammates better.
Step back, coming up.
So he's leading in so many different ways.
He scored 56 points against the Raptors.
You gotta be kidding me. LeBron James. Oh my goodness! That is a SportsCenter highlight. LeBron James with 56. LeBron James' first 50-point game of his NBA career. But the Cavaliers lose for the 9th straight time on the road.
The bottom-dwelling Cavs were still learning how to win games.
In 2005, a blank brick wall across from the Q was transformed and a must-see tourist stop was born.
For years, it's been the icon behind the icon. Towering image, a powerful portrait that dressed the entrance to downtown.
I'm Jim Durham. Glad to have you with us. It's going to be an interesting battle. Wade and James, Heat and Cavs.
In his third year, LeBron averaged over 31 points a game. Duels with fellow superstars seem to bring out the highlights.
Gets to the rim, or a flip goes down, and a foul.
James was capable of dropping 50 on any given night.
Be more consistent, because that guy is always consistent. 47 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists.
Not to mention all the endorsement deals, leading to worldwide celebrity status.
He seemed to embrace the attention.
But most of his earnings are not even from playing basketball. It's not so much LeBron James's incredible athletic ability, but it's his awareness, both on and off the court.
He averaged 30 points per game at age 21.
LeBron James off the spin, wheeling and dealing and ripping cord on that step-back jumper.
James was closing out games and putting wins on the books.
Flight number 23 with takeoff and touchdown in Salt Lake City.
I got this one. Open up the Red Sea for him, and he went right down the middle. Opportunity to go to the line to get 50 points, 50 and 51.
As he went for 51 against the Utah Jazz. The second best start now through 10 games in the history of the Wine and Gold.
The combination of Michael Jordan, Dr. J, and George Gervin on the same play.
R.I.P. Kobe.
Kobe Bryant with a gorgeous spin. Lakers lead by 2. LeBron James with that hop, skip moves. James on the stop.
Man, that was excellent. You know, we shrunk the floor on Kobe Bryant. We knew he was going to try to break down our defense. Easton got a great steal and we got on a run.
He could score. He could defend. He can rebound. He can assist. We've never seen that at a guy that size and that fast and that strong.
Right.
LeBron James' first 200 games compared with Michael Jordan and Oscar Robertson.
They love it in downtown Cleveland. LeBron in full flight. Flight number 23. Exploded off the runway. From LeBron James. Talk about a power move. And double overtime here. Right. No worse than that. LeBron will start now with 5 left. James for the jumper for the win. Bang! 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 LeBron filled it up to win it for the Wine and Gold. Game over at the Q. You can book this one to the Cavaliers.
Quickly, he was setting records as the youngest player ever to do just about anything.
Time remaining. Dangerous pass stolen by LeBron James.
That is head high on the rim.
All-time leader in youngest ever accomplished categories. Just look at them one after another with the Rookie of the Year. Of course, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 all up. Youngest ever recorded triple-double points in a single season this year. The All-Star Game MVP. It really is truly amazing the numbers that he's accomplished. And he just turned 21 this past season.
Every single 1,000-point milestone that has ever been touched in the NBA, LeBron James was the youngest to ever do it.
But he put an exclamation point on the sentence that he scripted on Saturday. The Cavaliers at home, hosting the Wizards in Game 1 of their best-of-7 series.
LeBron lifted the Cavs into the playoffs for the first time in nearly a decade.
The tendency for a young kid would be to try and do everything he can.
In his playoff debut, James dropped a triple-double.
The wonder kid from St. Vincent, St. Mary, who's got 18.
He's one of those players when you just look at his size, his body, his speed, and you just wonder, how does one player get all of that?
How did you think this very first playoff game for you would go?
Man, it was everything that I expected.
A couple games later, he has 41, 5, and 3.
With the series tied 2-2, the Cavs trailed by a point.
Hughes to play it in. Foul James. LeBron to the hoop.
Including the game-winning layup with .9 left.
For the win! He's got it! With 9/10 left! Arenas threw it in the air! It's over! The Cavaliers have won it! You can't book this one to the Cavaliers! LeBron James with baseline and got it to fall for the Cavalier win!
And then, in Game 6, in overtime, plays all 53 minutes, has 32, 7, and 7.
You mentioned about the playoff game in which you got fouled and you got 2 free throws, and LeBron comes by and taps you on the chest and whispers something to you. What did he tell you?
He said, if you miss these free throws, you know who's going to win it.
Amos misses both, and Ilgauskas calls timeout. And right back in the hands of LeBron James. Here's your trap. They get it out of his hands. Hughes puts it in, and the Cleveland Cavaliers advance to the second round. And for the first time since 1993, the Cavaliers go to the second round.
That offseason, LeBron cut ties with his agency and formed a group with his childhood friends.
In a controversial move, he recruits trusted childhood friends, Maverick Carter and Randy Mims.
You really took a chance and believed in 4 African-American young men to start this company.
A tight circle of close friends who handle the multi-million-dollar business of being LeBron.
All while lifting his friends, family, and community up beside him.
He's literally a giant in his hometown.
Top 5 most highly paid athletes in the world.
LeBron James is known for his incredible talent on the court, but it's his moves off the court that have really led to his financial success.
And fame? You can go anywhere in the world. You're one of the most recognizable people in the world.
Carefully cultivating a global brand, signing endorsement deals with heavyweights like McDonald's, Vitamin Water, and of course, Nike.
He transcended the realm of sports, becoming a global brand.
It's a great feeling, when you go down the lane and you see a big guy that thinks or is going to attempt to try to block your shot. And he never quite gets there and you dunk on him.
Accelerates and put it down. LeBron James going baseline and then soaring.
As already the single best player in basketball.
And that will count and the foul.
A title he held consecutively for 13 years.
The jam, LeBron James.
The Cavaliers were made up of LeBron and a bunch of role players. LeBron averaged over 40 minutes a game and carried his squad to the second best record in the East.
To go up 2-0 on New Jersey. In round 2, he has a 36-point, 12-assist game.
At age 22, LeBron took the Cavaliers on an improbable postseason run, which still ranks as one of the all-time playoff performances in most fans' eyes.
No, knocked away by LeBron James. And buckle up. LeBron's got a game-high 18 points. The Cleveland Cavaliers have gone up 2-0 on the New Jersey Nets.
They win the series in 6.
Look, the guy's already a great player, and he was expected to meet, I believe this very strongly, really unfair expectations that at 22 no one should have been held to, and he was already great.
Entirely dependent on James, the Cavs were a feel-good story. But no one thought they had any shot at advancing beyond the Pistons, who they'd meet in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Hamilton coming over to help. Here's the fade. LeBron James. Oh,
LeBron James drills it from downtown.
The Cavs would need an all-time effort from James to have any hope.
Man stuffs. Pistons wanted a charge. James has to fight it.
The Pistons were without a doubt the better team.
And scores!
Oh, my.
What a shot by LeBron James. From center court, we go to a second overtime.
The Pistons had knocked LeBron out of the playoffs the previous season and were NBA champions 2 years ago.
Cavaliers with the first possession of this second overtime. On James. Goes to the step back. And hits. That's 41 points for LeBron James, and he has scored 22 of the Cavaliers' last 23. Shot clock to 6. Goes behind the back. And the game is tied at 104.
That's too good right there. That was an amazing move. I've never seen him make that behind the back.
Coming up on 50 minutes of basketball. He has 43 points. He scored the last 20 for the Cavs, 24 of the last 25.
This would be a defining moment in LeBron's career. On the road, against a far superior team.
Down to a minute 20 left in the second overtime. Yes, and the game is tied at 107.
This is unbelievable. This is Jordan-esque.
46 points for LeBron James. He has scored the last 23 for the Cavaliers, 27 of the last 28.
No, LeBron just, I mean, this is ridiculous. Some of these shots he's making.
That was a good game to be a part of. It really was. It was an awesome game. It's going to go down into history. That dude he climbed that mountain that night.
And directing traffic, Hamilton. Wallace comes up short. He thought he was fouled, and Marshall takes a timeout. Cleveland ball with 11 and 4/10 seconds to go.
Doug, you said it during the timeout. I mean, you got to make anybody but LeBron James hit a shot here.
Single coverage with Billups on James, working it down. 5 seconds. 4.
With the game on the line, LeBron delivered.
Scores with 2.2 to go. The Cavaliers lead 109-107, and the Pistons call for time. He has scored the last 25 points for Cleveland. 29 of the last 30. Prince will inbound. Billups. Can he get it off? He does. And the Cavaliers come away with an improbable victory here at the Palace. One of the great performances of all time in playoff history, authored by LeBron James.
You know, at that time when I played that particular game that night, I was exhausted. I had nothing left after that game. I left everything out on the floor, and you know, we was able to close that series out back at home for Game 6.
The Cleveland Cavaliers in a starter have knocked off the Detroit Pistons, and they are headed to the NBA Finals to face the San Antonio Spurs.
He always shows up. He's had some of the biggest clutch games in NBA history. When he retires in 10 years from now, people are going to say, man, LeBron James was one of the best players ever.
The Cavaliers finished the job in Game 6 and were headed to the NBA Finals.
And he did that and took them to the finals.
Yes.
Oh, man. They didn't have clearly enough talent to be in the NBA Finals.
They had no business in the NBA Finals.
That's right. That's right.
Cavs certainly don't want to end what's been a terrific season by getting swept in the NBA.
In the finals, LeBron continued his outstanding play.
James on the slam. Ginobili aims the three and knocks it down. And there's the buzzer. The San Antonio Spurs are NBA champions once again.
The Spurs were seasoned veterans, a dynasty that would take more than any one man to overcome.
Great job, man.
Drive these guys. This is going to be your league in a little while. But I appreciate you giving us this year.
2007, we got to the finals. It was almost like this was easy. I mean, we're going to do this every year.
Despite making it to the finals, the front office did little to improve the team around LeBron.
Drew Gooden, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Sasha Pavlovich, and Larry Hughes.
Power move! Milestone for LeBron James, youngest player ever to reach 10,000.
The plan in Cleveland appeared to be more of the LeBron James or bust strategy.
They come to the Target Center, taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves here. LeBron eyeballs the rookie from Florida. Sends it over.
LeBron did his part, lifting a team with no business contending into the playoffs again.
And LeBron with a steal, solo jump. As the Cavaliers ring up a 97-86 victory when LeBron James was superhuman, especially in the fourth.
The league's leading scorer, averaging 29, puts up 51 tonight, and the Cavaliers win it in overtime, 132-124.
Movement by Maggette to stay in front of him. Single-digit shot clock. LeBron leaving inside.
You know, we're accustomed to Jordan and Kobe. Those guys are 6'6", around 215. So this man brings a new element to the game with his size and agility.
And Clyde, you could make the claim that he was the most hyped player ever.
Shot clock winding down. Newell does a good job. Bryant, he still puts it in. We'll try and get one of his teammates to ask him. James.
Count it, and a foul. On numbers for the Cavs if they hurry. There's the extra gear. Gear from LeBron. My goodness.
In the playoffs, the Cavaliers ran into a roadblock. The Celtics had formed a super team with Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, and Paul Pierce joining forces.
Come off of their NBA Finals appearance a year ago, and LeBron is just a special talent. He's just hard to stop. One guy can't stop him. So we knew this was going to be one of our toughest tests.
James gets inside. Garnett, good wide open shot.
James lifted the Cavs into a Game 7.
Inside, count it, and a foul.
These are exactly the games you have to win. And if you have 45 and you need 49, you have to get 49.
James with the steal. Here he goes.
With the Cavaliers spinning their tires in the offseason, the difference between the Boston and Cleveland front offices was apparent.
The Celtics are going back to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since
you walked off that court immediately. Was it a matter of you looking at this Cleveland Cavaliers team at that time and saying, we're not good enough?
Well, I thought we were, I thought we could become really better.
And all of a sudden, there's a little speculation, rumblings. Could LeBron leave Cleveland?
LeBron James is one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and he is also one of the most charitable.
This little girl can now shoot for the stars in a facility made possible by LeBron James and his foundation.
These basketball courts at Akron's Patterson Park are clean and pristine.
This want to give back would become a large part of LeBron's legacy.
Now he's doing his part to build a new home for an Akron family.
LeBron James is doing big things on the court, but I'm most impressed with what he's doing off the court.
The Game 7 defeat should have lit a fire under the Cavaliers front office to bring in someone else to complement LeBron's game.
Threw it away. LeBron foot race with Jefferson.
It didn't.
Look out! No! Fathead!
09, LeBron wins his first career MVP.
Block from behind, a chase down beauty from LeBron, his first of the year.
They win 66 games.
Down to 7, Jackson for the lead. There's plenty of time left, we know that. Williams to inbound, not Baruchel. They get it to LeBron. Curry outside him at 3 and 2. LeBron to win the game. He does!
It's the best Cavs team up to that point ever.
LeBron just went up to the rim.
The quick run out. James with the pack.
From that standpoint, right now, looking at your squad, your roster, your supporting cast, what are your expectations for the Cleveland Cavaliers this year?
Well, my expectations is always going to be high.
James responded to the pressure by putting up his first MVP season.
Well, you with LeBron's Steve, 5 players to go against as he takes the lob. On cue and gets to 26. Delonte West out. Wow. James. My goodness, that's the stuff that dreams of. James, shot clock at 7. Puts up the jumper, puts it in. LeBron James capping off another strong performance.
And their superstar LeBron James is the leading candidate to win his first NBA MVP award.
His star power seemed limitless as he was featured on billboards around the nation.
As LeBron James plays Broadway. Back and throws it down. We mentioned the omnipotence of this man. James, line drive, nails the jumper.
The Cavs took the best record in the league, thanks to MVP James.
Knocks it down at the buzzer. 21st quarter points for LeBron James. James charged to the basket, banks it in, and a foul. And just like that, the Cavs regain the lead. As LeBron James has not disappointed his fans tonight with a 52-point explosion. That is certainly a season high.
What do you want out of your career? What do you want out of life? LeBron James.
What I want out of life, I want my 2 sons, man, to live life like it's no tomorrow, man.
So congratulations to LeBron James, the 2008-2009 NBA Most Valuable Player.
After clinching the MVP, James set aim on the playoffs.
The team with the best record in the NBA, the team with LeBron James, open up their postseason against the Detroit Pistons. Time for the tradition here at the Quicken Loans Arena that sends the crowd into a frenzy. Second in the NBA in fewest turnovers, only San Antonio. Less. James.
In the playoffs, the Cavs swept the Pistons in the first round.
I've gone 39 wins this year. James right. Oh, man!
In the Eastern Conference Finals, LeBron needed a miracle at the end of Game 2.
Those are the moments that, as kids, even if you're not in the NBA, you don't have to be in the NBA to know what I'm talking about. Everybody know those type of moments.
Mo Williams will throw in. Rashard Lewis playing off the ball. Lewis gets it to LeBron. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer as the Cavaliers have pulled it out to tie the series. And what a miraculous shot by James!
And LeBron James was asked to do so many chores for this Cleveland Cavaliers team. Asked to lead the team in scoring, rebounding, assists, do all of the interviews, get to the free throw line, and also sell tickets. Ultimately, that's too much of a responsibility for one player.
LeBron's heroics could only lift the Cavs so high. They were defeated in Game 6.
The Magic eliminating LeBron James and the Cavs.
Scott? Did you possibly switch chairs with me?
No, not me.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Good luck finding your chair, LeBron.
The Cavs had one more season with James under contract. One more chance to prove they could get LeBron the help he needed. They responded to this challenge by acquiring a way past his prime Shaquille O'Neal.
You know, bringing in Shaq, I think with his dominance and his presence and his experience, he can help me play into late June.
Opposing crowds cheered for LeBron in hopes of enticing him to choose their franchise.
You know, I'm looking forward to this upcoming season, but I'm looking forward to the summer of 2010 to see what may happen.
Only scheduled visit, this impending free agency, certainly on the minds of Knicks fans who are wishing, who are hoping next summer, as are many teams.
When you go to different cities, because there's so much intrigue about where you're going to go, do you feel in those cities, like did the fans say things to you?
I feel very humbled and very blessed that I can go into someone else's building and they cheer for me and they cheer for our team.
5 days. So a rough start. James!
That is the utmost respect I can get from an opposing fan.
That's what you get sometimes from LeBron James. And it's showtime. Here's the dunk contest.
Every road game was filled with James jerseys.
I admire and respect him greatly because it's not easy to handle all of that kind of attention. And look at what he has done.
When players like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James match up, they kind of push each other a little bit, don't they? Oh, no question about it. James, get out of the way.
For the second straight year, LeBron James is MVP of the NBA.
Two-time MVP, perennial All-Star, Olympic gold medalist.
LeBron becomes only the 10th player in NBA history to win back-to-back MVP awards.
So what's up with you? You're 25 years old. You've already won 2 MVPs. Are you in your prime yet, or is the best yet to come?
To LeBron. Right down!
Rick, man, the best is still yet to come. I'm continuing to get better.
He's MVP again.
From his rookie season, LeBron James has had Hall of Fame numbers, countless highlights, and back-to-back MVPs. But despite staggering stats and the best regular season record 2 years running, the Cavs are still searching for that first time.
James put together another historic season and clinched his second straight league MVP.
He's weak side, open floor blocks where you never see him to the last second.
Yeah, you don't think he's going to recover. He just times it perfectly. And kept to do that, man.
But in the playoffs, he'd run into the Boston Celtics yet again.
Wow, and just bully ball.
Here comes James. Gets fouled, banks it in. The strength of LeBron James quiets the crowd. James hits a 3. A huge shot from LeBron James, and it's a 7-point game. And this is going to be as bitter an end to a season as you can possibly have. The year the Cavs were supposed to win an NBA championship, and the year the city of Cleveland was set to celebrate maybe their first title since '64. And LeBron James' season is over. Is his career in Cleveland over?
You know what he looked like? What? He looked to me like a guy who knew he was leaving town.
No, he's not going to leave his home state and the team closest to his hometown. He's not going to run out on his people.
LeBron walked off the court, and speculation about his free agency decision was already beginning.
Now a full court press is underway to get LeBron to leave Cleveland. Heavy hitters from the Nets and the Knicks come to Cleveland to entice our homegrown superstar.
To say there was a media frenzy over LeBron's decision would be the mother of all understatements.
The Nets came to town this morning with the team's billionaire owner who flew in from Russia. Plus, co-owner and music mogul Jay-Z.
Well, it's been a day of limousines, private jets, and celebrities parading in and out of Cleveland. The LeBron James Derby off to the races.
Of course, I'm not the only fan who'd like to see LeBron James sporting their team's colors. A Chicago economist recently estimated that the LeBron effect could bring the city $2.7 billion in revenue if he becomes a Chicago Bull.
As the clock ticked down on LeBron's contract with Cleveland, speculation turned to frenzy on where he'd sign next.
30-foot billboards. We've seen teams clear out all kinds of cap space. We have seen cartoons made about you and for you in part of their pitch. The answer to the question everybody wants to know. LeBron, what's your decision?
In this fall, man, it's very tough. In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
The city of Cleveland felt betrayed.
Well, for some fans, LeBron's decision was enough to invoke intense anger.
What is the strange
Cleveland's beloved savior was vilified.
You were the chosen one!
right after the LeBron decision was made, when he decided he was going to take his talent to South Beach, rowdy fan gets in my cameraman's face a little bit close. Yeah, Cleveland's finest had to come and hem him up, take him down to the pokey tonight.
I've been arrested by you.
His day is ruined even more. So, LeBron, you are definitely responsible for people getting locked up tonight.
This is terrible. This is the worst thing that could ever happen to Cleveland since Modell taking the Browns away. Bottom line. Bottom line.
Fans are wanting to know, why did LeBron go on national TV to embarrass his hometown? And they're warning that they will never forget.
And here's another part of the story that everyone is talking about. It is the letter that Cavs majority owner Dan Gilbert sent to fans last night, shortly after the decision came down. In the letter, Gilbert wrote, quote, "I personally guarantee that the Cleveland Cavaliers will win an NBA championship before the self-titled former king wins one."
Shocking act of disloyalty, heartless and callous act.
Gilbert uses phrases such as shameful display of selfishness and betrayal and shocking act of disloyalty to describe LeBron James.
Expectations for next season are sky high.
In South Beach, the move was a complete 180.
Came down here to win championships. Not one, championships.
Not two.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
Do you feel the pressure now? Is there more pressure because you guys are loaded? Now it's going to be expected that you win a championship.
The expectations and the pressure doesn't get much higher.
Number 6, LeBron.
Both Chris Bosh and LeBron James had joined Dwayne Wade on the Heat, forging a formidable force and fueling expectations of a dynasty.
Time most valuable player, including last season, LeBron James, with his usual pregame theatrics. Bosh trying to put a move on Garnett. Anthony recovers, shot clock to 1. LeBron James with his first field goal as a member of the Miami Heat.
The rest of the league viewed Miami as villains.
Gives it to James, and he puts it down.
We get to Miami, and he's in Miami now, and he's calling our plays out. He's just staring over at our bench. Yeah. He's reading stuff, and I remember saying, "Oh, this is not good."
It was okay for the Celtics to team up 3 future Hall of Famers, but not for LeBron.
Rebound to LeBron James. Here he comes, hitting ahead for Wade. There he goes. Oh! The house of highlights.
You think these guys like passing the ball to each other? Wow.
James embraced his new role as the NBA's heel.
And Clyde, you could make the claim that he was the most hyped player ever.
There's James to the rim. It counts. LeBron James with a sensational move.
This period with the Heat produced some of the most spectacular highlights of all time.
Jennings with it. Looked like got a touch, but it goes to Wade. He has Arroyo in front.
Up and down the court, the Heat were the hottest ticket in town.
On a bounce to James.
If you miss.
They're one of the most exciting and, as far as talent goes, the best I've seen in the NBA in years and years.
He's throwing away. LeBron in transition.
Scores and he's fouled. Here comes LeBron again.
Got it. LeBron has it. LeBron for 3. Got it. And now going to goad the crowd a little bit. Look at him walk over to the front row, clear away from the bench and look into the stands. Boy.
Well, the heat is on. Miami's playing touchdown early this morning, bringing LeBron James back to his old stomping grounds.
Welcome to Quicken Loans Arena.
LeBron returned to Cleveland for the first time to a chorus of boos.
At 4, 6'8" from St. Vincent St. Mary High School, number 6, LeBron James.
LeBron James and the Miami Heat at Quicken Loans Arena on a night
unlike any other.
Sadly, the game provided no further drama as the Heat motorboated the hapless Cavs.
Shot clock to 5. James for 3. James. And hits it. LeBron James and the Heat facing this hostile crowd all night long. It's an easy win.
Everywhere he went, he was booed.
And now they're on a 10-game winning streak. And back in hostile territory. I don't know, Jeff, if it's as hostile as Cleveland, but the fans are into getting on LeBron James.
The chemistry between the big three,
alley-oop to James. Oh! Throws it down.
Was something to behold.
Bryant trying to swat it away from behind. Wade kicks it out the box.
Feeding off one another. It was basketball at its best.
In the final seconds, Miami defeat the Los Angeles Lakers.
The playoffs were just a formality.
What a pass by Chalmers, and what a finish.
For the first time, James didn't have to carry the entire team.
Oh, what a move by James! It's over.
The Heat cruised past their competition in the East, all the way into the finals.
Final seconds of the third. James. Bang! At the buzzer!
In the finals, the Heat were heavily favored to win.
Wade, alley-oop to James! There's the exclamation point.
The Heat seemed poised to mop the floor with the Mavericks. But in a pivotal Game 4, LeBron scored just 8 points.
I've never seen so many people want LeBron to fail.
While Dirk played the series of his life.
And that's it! The Mavericks have evened the series. What a game and what a series!
The Mavs got the narrow victory, and LeBron got the blame.
How would you say you played in the NBA Finals?
Not great at all. Not the way I know how to play a game of basketball on a high level.
The Dallas Maverick fans starting to celebrate. Nowitzki.
Mama, there goes that man, Dirk Nowitzki.
And the celebration will begin. The Dallas Mavericks are NBA champions. The first title in franchise history.
These finals were a low point for LeBron James, as he himself has stated.
Probably one of the hardest times of my life. You know, after the finals, I sat in my room for 2 weeks. Did absolutely nothing. Talked to absolutely nobody.
Last night, it wasn't just an NBA title won by the Dallas Mavericks, as it was legacy lost by the Miami Heat.
An athlete flying so high as soaring near the sun, but NBA superstar LeBron James crashing down to earth, his wings perhaps melting a little, giving Cleveland fans he spurned some sweet revenge.
It's an overused word, and I don't mean this in any disrespect. I want to know your feelings. Do you feel you choked in this series?
Like, obviously, LeBron struggled. We talk about the average 17 points a game.
Yeah.
Players struggle.
Right.
And what sucked about it is because of everything that was talked about and all this. But at the end of the day, me as a leader, Spo as a head coach, we got to do a better job to make sure that he's not struggling.
A crushing loss, as most thought the Mavs had no chance against the likes of Wade, Bosh, and James.
A trio of $100 million stars who promised a half dozen titles or more for Miami. Their failure, though, however epic in scope, is owned by 1/3 of that big three, LeBron James.
So how do you go from that to the greatest player ever? Quite simply, by ripping off, unequivocally, inarguably, the greatest 10-year run of consecutive greatness the league has ever seen.
The offseason couldn't end soon enough for LeBron.
Pavlovich's pass picked off. Here comes LeBron. Chased by Russell. Training camp. Another Boston turnover. Here's James.
After a year together, the big three had gotten past the growing pains and were now a much more cohesive unit.
Wow.
LeBron with a takeaway by himself. Oh, yeah.
James led the way, putting up MVP numbers.
You can see that coming all the way. Played the passing lane.
He's a bigger, stronger Michael Jordan. I never thought I would say that. I'm not going to say he better than Michael now, but if he can win 5 or 6 championships.
I was always the liked one, and to be on the other side, they call it the dark side or the villain, whatever they call it. It was definitely challenging.
3 so far, and they got 34 in this quarter. LeBron banking in a 3 at the end of 3.
James' athleticism paired with his genius basketball IQ lifted his game even higher.
James drives, reverse, makes that look easy.
2 seconds left.
LeBron James continuing to play what could be the best individual ball of his career.
Hitting ahead for LeBron.
His basketball IQ is so far above everybody else.
Another 2 points. He's got 28 now.
Associated Press is reporting that Miami Heat forward LeBron James will win his 3rd MVP award.
The Heat captured the 2nd best record in the East, and LeBron took home his 3rd league MVP.
3 out of 4 MVPs.
The Heat opened their playoff run against the Knicks.
Nice defense, a turnover the other way, way to LeBron.
They win this series 4-1.
The big 3 delivered.
James in the open floor.
And the Heat found themselves in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Now, it's not hyperbole to say the immediate future of the Miami Heat franchise was riding on the outcome of Game 6. And whenever there are stakes like that for the Heat, that means most of the responsibility falls on LeBron James.
The game that if they lose, they're playing in Boston. He's never won. The Heatles are a joke.
Welcome to Boston at a sold-out TD Garden. It's Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
The Celtics were standing in their way.
29% from downtown. James blows past Pierce.
Facing not just elimination, but legacy devastation and team annihilation.
James for 3. Pucks it in. LeBron James from downtown. He's got 12 already, and the Heat have scored 10 in a row.
He has 45 points.
James, meanwhile, he is knocking down everything.
All the hopes of the Big 3 era in Miami rested on one game.
Oh, James comes flying in and throws it down.
Their team was never in it because LeBron James set so 45 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Welcome to Miami and Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. It's been a
In Miami, LeBron was a student of the game. He was prepared. He had learned the other way you don't win.
Stolen by Ray Allen, his 3rd steal. Rondo sidestep blocked by James.
LeBron was a one-man show.
Rebound, Petrus goes over Chalmers. Stolen by James. Here comes James, lobs to Wade. Back to James. What a play from Wade to James. Miami by 2. James the rebound. His 10th rebound to go with 20 points. Drives to the lane. As they overcome a 3-2 deficit to win the Eastern Conference Finals in 7 games.
Heading back to the finals for the 2nd straight year, the Heat would face off against Kevin Durant and the OKC.
I witnessed him
Turnover stolen by James.
rise above his finals demons of a year ago.
And throws it down. James puts his head down.
Take them over for 4 straight games.
Throws it down and a foul.
The individual games were grueling.
James on the drive, on the pull-up.
But the series overall was a cheek clapping.
Tries a 3. You turn me on. Bang! LeBron James from downtown.
LeBron and the Heat closed it out in 5 games.
The Miami Heat are once again NBA champions, LeBron James captures that elusive title he so desperately coveted.
When the clock hit triple zeros, what's the first thing that ran through your mind?
It's about damn time. It's about damn
time. Miami fans took to the street to celebrate the King's coronation.
Last year, getting that title ring, silencing a lot of critics who said, you know, is this ever going to happen? Right. Does that take a bit of the pressure off you for this season?
Well, I mean, I think it adds even more.
Really?
Because the expectations now rises to another level.
Looking ahead to next season, a dynasty seemed to be LeBron's for the taking.
LeBron James collecting his first championship ring.
Heading into his third year in Miami, the Heat entered a golden age.
Good read by Dwayne Wade.
After the celebrations were over, the Heat went to work.
And it's LeBron James. LeBron James. It'll be James. Same result.
With the team chemistry now better than ever, Miami was better than ever.
And another 23 points. He's hit all 5 of his threes. But a dominating performance from Miami from start to finish.
Smarter and more efficient. That's what we're talking about.
They went on a historic winning streak. The sun-soaked city was now synonymous with basketball excellence.
Getting better 10 seasons into his career.
Fans, none of them using their seat right now.
No timeouts left, so they got to go.
LeBron with 10. Guarded by Daquan Jones with 8. With 7. With 5. On the drive. Lays it in! And the Heat lead by 1 with 3 seconds to play. A follow at half court. Heat-ho! Miami wins! Miami wins! And the winning streak lives on to a Sweet 16!
One win after the next. Seemingly no one could stop LeBron and the Heat.
Tonight, Jason Terry, good defense. Wade from behind takes it away. Chalmers, Cole. Guarding clock at 4. James steps into it.
With the historic streak on the line, James ripped the heart out of the Garden.
And rattles it in. LeBron James gives Miami a 2-point lead with 10.5 to go. And now their 23rd win in a row.
It says a lot about LeBron James' game, but he also changed positions. Initially, he was a point guard / point forward. Now, as Bill likes to call him, he's a power guard.
LeBron put the exclamation point on the team's 27th straight victory, an all-time run of dominance.
Throws it down!
The guy is just on another level than anybody else.
Perfection.
LeBron will be doing some light lifting with a weighty accomplishment.
Yeah, tomorrow's the ceremony in Miami where he'll raise not 1, not 2, not 3, but his 4th MVP trophy.
And congratulations, LeBron James, the 2012-13 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player.
LeBron earned his 4th league MVP and is 2nd with Miami.
Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
James scored 57 in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Here's James. LeBron James. James from downtown.
He reads situations. He reads the game.
The game is tied.
But the Pacers took a 1-point lead with 2 seconds remaining.
Will inbound. West plays the inbound. Battier gets it in.
LeBron would need to put on the cape and save the day.
James on the drive for the win. Overtime, LeBron James taking to the rim in Miami, coming away with a 1-point overtime victory.
In the finals, LeBron faced an old foe.
Game 1 of the 2013 finals, and either way, history will be made.
As we're set to go here for game 1. 4 to shoot. Parker, spread the needle. Oh, what a block from James! Throws it back. It's Twitter who is ready to dunk.
Now, with a much better squad, LeBron had a chance to exact some revenge.
Stolen by James. Miller ahead. Here it goes. Down.
Have you watched LeBron play before? He's LeBron James. That's what makes him difficult to guard.
The Spurs and Heat are back in Miami. They've alternated wins for 5 straight games, providing us with a series of extreme twists and turns. LeBron James and the Heat facing elimination. Can he lift his team once
And
again?
LeBron, in that fourth quarter, had 16 points and 2 assists.
James on the flush. Tick, still loose, picked up by Miller. Back out to James, another throw. Knocks it down. And James with a clutch three-pointer to keep their hopes alive.
In Game 6, despite LeBron's heroics, the Spurs took a 3-point lead late.
Should the Spurs foul? Should Miami go for the 3 right away? Just attack the basket. James catches, puts up a 3.
Well, that was probably, in my mind, the biggest shot in NBA history. The NBA World Championship trophy had already been rolled out to be given to the Spurs.
Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining from downtown. Tie game. We'll go to overtime. Miami Heat still alive. And Ray Allen with the clutch shot of his life.
Ray Allen hit one of the greatest shots in NBA history.
Cross-court pass to Green. Green blocked by Bosh. Game over.
Bosh delivered the series-saving block, and the Heat forced a Game 7.
One of those defining games for the Heat to come back, force the overtime, and force a Game 7. And the San Antonio Spurs suffering as gut-wrenching a loss as you can imagine.
In Game 7, LeBron closed it out and defeated the Spurs.
Pulls up, puts it in, 4-point lead, 35 for LeBron James. Timeout San Antonio, final seconds, what a finish. It's back-to-back titles for the Heat. The 2013 NBA championship resides once again in Miami.
Back-to-back champions.
I mean, look at him. He's just getting better. What's the ceiling for a guy like this at 29?
When you think about LeBron, he has gotten better every year.
The next season, thoughts of a three-peat were on the Heat's
You're going to have
mind.
to make a choice coming up. With your contract, I mean, what's going to go into the decision-making process of what you decide to do?
I'm happy right now being in Miami, obviously winning 2 championships in a row.
The Heat on the attack. Here comes LeBron. Nobody. He just blasted through Grandma's house.
Do you send multiple players at LeBron? Down to 5. Down to 3.
Make somebody else beat you.
3 on the way.
LeBron had somehow gotten even better.
Make somebody else beat you. Take the ball out of his hands.
The game
is over. That will do it.
He's more than just an all-star. He is the league star. And Heat fans, this is what you stay up late for.
Hey, ice. What is all that? You got all this ice on like you 35. Well, look at all this ice you got on, man. Hey, where your birth certificate?
2-on-1, alley-oop James.
There's a lot of basketball to go.
But I'm talking about this week coming up. Are they the number one team?
Not the number one team, but the number one team.
Okay. And he's down.
And he is down.
James would miss one game with a broken nose. When he returned to the lineup, LeBron donned the mask.
LeBron James is back tonight after the broken nose, and he's wearing a protective mask.
LeBron had worn the mask in Cleveland once.
A steal by James, 2-on-1. Here's McKinnis.
A prelude to what was coming.
Yes, and the foul.
During this stretch of games, masked LeBron was a terror.
LeBron looks like Batman. James takes advantage as the Knicks do not get back. Oh, LeBron James extending to put it down.
And there's LeBron James. Gone is the black mask. This is a flesh tone mask. He broke his nose about a week ago. Has to stay.
For his final game in the mask, LeBron went ahead and had the game of his life.
That's just something fearful right there. Here comes the three from LeBron. That's 6 in a row. LeBron James with a tour de force tonight.
Shooting the lights out.
Number 8, 49 points for LeBron James. And the MVP cheers come down.
LeBron was a man possessed.
He's at 60 even. 61.
In the end, he scored 61 points.
Here's a steal by LeBron. Here comes a show.
James on the attack to the rim.
He's going for the three-peat.
It's a finals rematch here in 2014 with the Miami Heat, looking to become the first to three-peat since the Kobe Shaq Lakers.
LeBron just had 22 points, and it was when Popovich was punching him in his chest affectionately, like, way to go.
Bills.
In the finals, the Heat came up short against the Spurs. The Heat dynasty was dead before it began. As the Spurs celebrated their title, LeBron walked off the court and into free agency.
We have confirmed that James has decided to exercise his early termination option in his contract, which would make him a free agent on July 1st.
Now to that big news from one of the biggest stars in sport. Miami Heat superstar LeBron James has become a free agent, wants to explore his options.
Where's he gonna go? Now, if a lot of people think he's just doing this to really put the pressure on the Miami
Just
Heat.
weeks after his team, Miami Heat, melted in the NBA Finals against the San Antonio Spurs in the team's 4th straight finals.
But does King James really want to leave the Heat, or is this a power play to force changes in the team?
We just saw against the Spurs. We just got creamed in the NBA Finals. Dwayne Wade's getting older.
And prodigal son could even return home to Cleveland.
You've got the Houston Rockets, the Dallas Mavericks, the Chicago Bulls, the Los Angeles Lakers. They have money and can work a contract for LeBron James.
You did not mention the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I did, and you know what? The Cleveland Cavaliers do have money. They could. I conveniently left them out because I just can't see LeBron leaving South Beach and going back to Cleveland to play for Dan Gilbert, the owner, who bashed him a lot when he left.
Of course, the most intriguing question is, will LeBron dump Miami and return to his first love, Cleveland? Odds are that's not going to happen.
You know, Chris, everybody's just wondering what LeBron is going to do.
4 years ago, James announced his departure for Miami in what amounted to a nationally televised jilting of Cleveland. Humiliated fans burned his jersey, and his image was torn from the arena.
According to Lee Jenkins of Sports Illustrated, LeBron James is coming home.
The decision is over. LeBron James, a Cleveland Cavalier.
Today, the basketball player widely considered to be the best in the world said he will return to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
My relationship with Northeast Ohio is bigger than basketball, James said in a statement published by Sports Illustrated. I didn't realize that 4 years ago. I do now.
Let's go, Cavs! Let's go, Cavs! Let's go, Cavs!
The announcement set off wild celebrations in a city that has not won a pro championship in any sport for 50 years.
Kevin Love made it very, very clear to the Minnesota Timberwolves and to everybody involved that he was not going to sign with anyone after this upcoming season but Cleveland.
LeBron James had made the decision to sign with Cleveland.
A prodigal son returns and revitalizes an entire city with a few simple words: I'm coming home.
When you make mistakes or you've done something that you didn't feel was the best choice to make, it's how you come back from adversity. It's how you come back from those pitfalls that define who you are as a man and as a professional athlete.
I think that he was, he has a sense, I think, of completing circles and of his own story. And I think he believed that going back to Cleveland would complete a real circle in his career.
We're at St. Vincent, St. Mary High School, and that's with Ohio, number 23, LeBron James!
A moment that sports fans here in Cleveland will cherish: the return of LeBron, the signature move, the tossing of the rosin powder. How quickly will it take for their big three find their comfort level? Irving with the steal, keeps it alive, feeds LeBron. There's Love for three. Love.
James had a new big three, and the Cavs fan base was electrified.
8 seconds, here comes LeBron. John Salmon's in front of him.
Immediately, the play of James elevated the Cavs.
The shake of the lake! LeBron James!
Stolen, but he stole it back! He had that big-time plan in mind.
James with the shot clock at 5. He drives the lane, throws it down.
3-point shooters on the floor for Cleveland. LeBron James slips the screen.
It wasn't long before the Cavs were a force in the East. Love and Irving meshed with LeBron quickly, and in just one season,
Love snaps that pass.
the Cavs were back in the playoffs.
LeBron James!
Lock-in mentality. Don't let the guard down.
Oh, the steal by James.
They swept the Celtics and moved on to round 2.
Here's LeBron with the windmill.
Appreciative hand for the Celtics.
And LeBron James has not lost a first-round series 13 straight.
I mean, I see him with the ranks of being in with the Michael Jordans and the Larry Birds and all that.
Derrick Rose tied Game 4 with seconds
They do
remaining.
not have timeouts remaining. Rose on the crossover, drives, layup. It's good. Tie game with 8.4 left. Cavs don't have timeouts left. James for the win. It's good. LeBron James at the buzzer.
The Cavs, in LeBron's first season back, would advance to the Eastern Conference
The
Finals.
Atlanta Hawks facing the Cleveland Cavaliers with the Cavs up 2-0 in this game.
It was another cheek clapping.
And hits.
A clean sweep of the top-seeded Hawks had LeBron headed to his 5th straight NBA Finals. For the Cavs, it had been a remarkable turnaround. For LeBron, it was business as usual. Waiting for LeBron in the finals was Steph Curry and the Warriors.
Michael never shot like this.
James on Curry, spinning.
Or could handle the ball even close to this.
Puts it up. Puts it in. Warriors by 1. In this series, tied up once again.
Bogut to get it. LeBron was a monster, scoring 40 points in Game 3.
James on the flush. 6 to shoot. James again. This time sets for 3. Got it. Timeout, Golden State.
Curry now has the most career playoff games with 5 made threes, and he just needed 30 career playoff games to do that. It took Kobe 220.
Golden State Warriors are the 2015 NBA champions. Their first title in 40 years.
But the Warriors were able to defeat the Cavs with record-breaking shooting. Cleveland was still without its title, and many feared it would remain that way forever.
St. Vincent, St. Mary High School in Akron, Ohio, number 23.
There was no doubt the King still reigned as the league's best player.
Touch toss to J.R. Smith. To LeBron James.
The next season, the Cavs were even better.
Back him down, shoot over the top.
Just turns the corner. Stolen by LeBron James, laying in the weeds. Get out of his way. Here comes LeBron, looking down the floor to Delic. As a trailer, it's King James!
24,999 and 25,001 in back-to-back. Nice moment in Philadelphia where they booed Santa Claus on occasion, but they have to stand up on their feet.
But they cheer the king.
Yes, they do.
Whoa, now you see me, and now you don't.
LeBron went over 25,000 career points.
Right down Euclid he went.
The youngest ever to do so.
Then the L train brings it home.
Are you any place even remotely close to your peak?
I don't want to say I got a long way to go. I don't think I got a long way to go, but it's gonna take a little process.
Force themselves into a prayer with 1 or 2 seconds left. With the ball in the hands of 23. Shocker. Spread floor. Game in the bounce. Cottonmouth all over the cue. Here we go. Final 5 seconds. Going to work. LeBron James.
The entire season seemed like a coronation for the historic Warriors to win another title and become the greatest team ever.
The 2016 Finals were the defining moment of LeBron James's career.
Steph Curry looking for their back-to-back titles, facing off against a team that they remember from last year in the finals. LeBron James, the unstoppable force, and the Cavaliers looking for their first title in franchise history.
If the Golden State Warriors win this championship, they are the greatest team of all time.
Curry the mismatch.
I recognize the greatness that I'm witnessing. They're the greatest shooters that I've ever seen.
They torched the league, raining threes and shattering records.
Some oohs and ahs from the crowd, and then backs it in. Largest lead of the first half.
The 73-9 Warriors were as high as a 40-1 series favorite throughout the finals.
The lead is back to 10 for Golden State. Curry to Iguodala.
Game 1 went as predicted.
Oh, what a beautiful pass. It's a 20-point game. Warriors take game 1.
And you knew that no matter what he did, had it come down to a loss in the finals again, that's all you would have heard about attached to the name of LeBron James. He didn't deserve it. He showed
Talking about the greatest ever, and that conversation formulates. You're looking at that extra little something inside somebody's chest.
We are set to go for game 2. The last 6 years, the NBA Finals have been tied at 1 game apiece. after 2 games. Blocked by Bogut, his 3rd already. Here comes Curry for 3.
It's time for the king to rise and shine.
And they will sit up there and be hitting raining threes from all over the place.
The Warriors made a show of dominance.
Followed by Azili.
Winning by 33 points and looking like the world beaters they were.
Something tells me this is going to be a bad night for Cleveland.
Puts it in! Draymond Green! And 2 in a row. Here against Cleveland in the finals. Back to Cleveland. Only elimination games are must-win situations.
The Cavs returned home, down 2 games.
Let's go! And a beautiful skyhook. Banks it in. Doesn't settle for the jumper. Attacks Iguodala, outstanding defender, but doesn't give him a chance. Largest lead of the night. James keeps his dribble somehow.
LeBron played like the best player on the planet. The Cavs cruised to an easy home victory.
James! Oh, he throws it down! A wire-to-wire victory for Cleveland. They lose by 33, come back and win by 30. Cavs not only undefeated at home, they have been dominant at home.
From the opening tip, it was much different than the previous game. The Warriors began burying threes.
Another 3, same spot, same result.
And were able to defeat the Cavs on their home court.
Puts it in. Golden State up 3 on an 11-point turnaround here in the 3rd. Puts up a 3. Bang! Golden State Warriors with a huge win on the road take a commanding 3-1 lead in these NBA Finals. LeBron James and the Cavs now in a big hole as they head back to Oakland. Sold out Oracle Arena as we're set for the tip of the starting lineup. Iguodala with a steal on James's first possession.
It was a rough start.
James drives on Bogut. Hesitation layup, missed it badly.
On their home court, the Warriors were perceived as invincible.
Show as Irving makes a dandy move inside. Hits a 3. James drives and easily finishes. Making a statement on both sides of the floor. Says to the 2-time MVP, get it out of here. Not on my watch. Crossover, pull up, got it. Thompson gets open. From about 25 feet. It's a 3-point lead. James fakes, James drives. James finishes and the foul.
Despite a Herculean effort from LeBron, the game was tied at the half.
James with 4 to shoot. He's going to have to knock up a 3. And does.
But LeBron's dominance on both ends of the court gave the Cavs the edge.
Off to the races, drive past Irving, gets inside. Layup blocked by James. James against Rush. Leans in, trying to draw the foul, got him up, count it, and 1. One of the all-time great finals performances from a pair of teammates. 82 points as Cleveland forces a Game 6.
It's the biggest game in Cleveland Cavaliers history. A win tonight means the quest for the city's first ever NBA title is still alive.
Some guys just react to it differently. I guess his feelings just got hurt.
LeBron has scored
82 points since you said maybe he got his feelings hurt. Do you feel at all like you maybe awoke a sleeping giant?
Irving fakes, drives. James on the throwdown. Cavaliers on the attack from the opening tip.
Back in Cleveland, the Cavs played inspired basketball.
Thompson running and finishing. James to Thompson. Oh, what a pass from LeBron James.
Frankly, they beat the crap out of the Warriors.
Pass inside, stolen by Irving. Throws it ahead to Smith.
A true trouncing. LeBron scored 41 points for the second consecutive game, including 18 straight points for the Cavs.
Alley-oop to James! Wow! And there's the buzzer. Game 7, Sunday night in Oakland.
We've been able to beat a great team, 2 straight games to force a Game 7, and I can't wait.
Oracle Arena is alive and roaring as we get set for Game 7.
The finals, when he was down 3-1 to a 73-win team, the all-time winningest team.
Now 3-3 in the NBA Finals. Because of this historic run all season long, do you feel like there's a legacy on the line?
Oh yeah, legacies on both sides,
No team in the history of the NBA had come back from a 3-1 deficit.
This is the kind of moment that can be overwhelming.
Pass right through the hands of Curry. James, a two-handed slam. Green leading the break. Green's pass stolen by James, and Mo Williams all alone.
Y'all must have forgot who I am.
Yeah.
Because he went at Steph Curry every chance he got.
Left-handed blocked by James.
Well, the Golden State Warriors will go to the locker room with a 7-point lead.
Here comes Irving. Irving drives past Green, the foul.
Every Batman needs a Robin.
Oh, what a sweet move from Kyrie Irving.
Cleveland fans haven't celebrated a championship in any major sport in 50 years.
Curry to Livingston. Throws it down. And the game is tied. Timeout, Cavaliers.
When Golden State goes on one of those runs, doing whatever it is that they do.
Curry, crossover, three-pointer. It's good.
It might be too much for this Cleveland Cavaliers character-wise.
The only triple-doubles in the history of a Game 7 of the Finals were from Jerry West and James Worthy until tonight, as LeBron James with 26, 10, and 11.
At the moment of truth, LeBron James made the key defensive stop.
Irving drives, hop step inside, floats it up, misses. Rebound taken by Iguodala. Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala.
You shall not pass!
Oh, blocked by James! LeBron James with the rejection.
Coming back from a 3-1 deficit, being the first team in NBA history to do it in an NBA Finals, winning back-to-back games at the Oracle.
The comeback against the 73-win Warriors is the greatest in NBA history.
When you do the impossible, and they did it.
It's over! It's over! Cleveland is a city of champions once again!
Believe in Cleveland! Savor it! Soak it in! The kid from Akron has come home! The Cavaliers are NBA champions! And the impossible dream has come true!
Time to celebrate a title!
The curse destroyed! 52 years of torment and anguish has been washed away! There is still so much more LeBron has accomplished in the years following this. Winning another title with the Lakers, setting the scoring record, playing on the same team as his son. But with James still going strong, I'm going to wait till he retires. Then I'll extend this documentary. LeBron James.
Nobody brings it home like Joe Vincent. Nobody.
Make it so.